Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome back to more of the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons playthrough. Last time we kind of got our introduction to the game and the game's plot. We met the Maku tree, we have the key to the first dungeon, and now we're going to enter the first dungeon and take it on. So here we have the Gnarled Root Dungeon. Now, one quirk about this game, and I don't know if it's the same for Ages 2, it's definitely like a major thing of this particular game. The rooms in this dungeon are huge, and they're huge in a way where it almost seems like a large number of the dungeon rooms that we'll have to go through in this game are just like these giant blocks of just different rooms, and there's usually like a lot of enemies. I think Ages does it slightly differently, where the rooms might still be the same sizes, but there's a lot more puzzles you have to solve, while Oracle of Seasons is more about, I guess, combat, so to speak. And we actually have one of these secret old man rooms, much like Legend of Zelda 1. Return light to unlit torches. Okay. But yeah, another feature of Oracle of Seasons is that Oracle of Seasons is almost a bit of a love letter to the original Legend of Zelda game. Because you'll find a lot of like the same types of puzzles involved. You'll find a lot of different, similar features that you would find in Zelda 1, for example. And more than that, you'll find a lot of the same enemies and bosses as well. So that'll definitely come into play at the end of this dungeon. But yeah, it's definitely, this game is very, very, like, again, very Zelda 1-esque. The big difference is kind of, when you get to, like, the overworld stuff and you have, like, changing the seasons and all of that. So here we have a dungeon map, and much like Zelda 1, if you actually look at the dungeon map, you can actually see a general design of what the dungeon is pretty much based on. So this is a gnarled root, I guess. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think I can kind of see it now. But yeah, like, all the maps have their own, like, little unique designs, which is kind of cool if you look at the actual map screen and whatnot. Okay, but yeah, that's the map. Much like in Link's Awakening, you'll find 3 main dungeon items. You can also find keys as well that'll help you through. But the main 3 dungeon items you have are, like, the map, the compass, and the boss key. So we'll be on the lookout for those. We also have minecarts. The minecarts are kind of fun. Oh no, we got Gorias. Gorias straight from Zelda 1, the guys that throw boomerangs at you. Or at least they're supposed to be based on the Gorias anyway. Okay, so that door is locked. Do I have to? Yes, I have to do that to open it. And yay, we have block pushing puzzles. Everyone's favorites, maybe. Maybe not. I have no idea anymore. So yeah, if you go in here, you get a gaseous seed. The main item we're going to be looking for, though, is the compass, because the compass will allow us to actually see, like, all the different treasures that are within a dungeon. And it'll also give you that trademark compass feature from Link's Awakening as well. You found the compass. Use it to track your position, locate chests, and find keys. So yeah, whenever you enter a room that has a key, the compass will actually make a noise, basically signifying that, hey, there's a key in this room, so make sure you grab that before you progress. So we're going to change the cart path here, and we're going to just go ahead and ride it down this other way, because we still have rooms to look for. And we still haven't quite figured out how we're going to move light to torches, so we're going to have to keep going in this direction, at least for right now anyway. So we're going to go ahead and open this chest. This is just some bombs, so if you didn't buy bombs, you could actually get them here. I kind of like having the bombs early, though, so just so you can plant that one gaseous seed and just kind of get a bit of a head start in that department. Of course, I keep missing all these small rupees, though. There is a nice little room right here, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. Bombs are kind of weird in this game. Whenever you use a bomb, you actually put it above your head, and you actually, like, throw it before you actually lay it down. I actually kind of prefer, I think it's just because I'm used to it. Honestly, picking it up beforehand might be a better way to do it, but I'm just so used to other games where, you know, it starts on the ground and you have to pick it up and then throw it. So that's probably just my preference based on other games I've played. But yeah, I remembered I had to actually go through here first before I moved to the next room, so that's why I made a bit of a V-line back in this direction. Because I was like, you know, I actually need something else before I advance any further. And this room can actually be kind of dangerous, too. You have to watch out for these blade spinner things. And these guys. These guys will always move in a straight line until they hit a wall, so that's basically how you figure out their movement pattern. You can just kind of use that to find out where exactly they're going to go. And in this room we have our first mini-boss. Grrr, you cannot pass! We have the Goria brothers, so they're going to act like Gorias, throw boomerangs, while you actually attack them and avoid the boomerang as they toss it to each other. And there we go. They were really not so bad. You can really just hit one until they die. You don't have to actually like alternate between the two or anything, so I find that kind of interesting. And much like Zelda 1, there are these little item caves where you can actually find items down a staircase into a room like this. Again, another little tribute to Zelda 1. And we get the seed satchel, and it has 20 ember seeds. So yeah, this is how we're going to actually light those torches, because if we use the ember seeds, they will create a little flame that you can use to light torches and attack enemies with. This is basically the game's replacement for the magic powder, which we had in the previous Zelda games to kind of, you know, perform this feature. So before we move on, looks like, okay, we might want to go to the left first before we move on, because there could be something here. Get off me, dumb gels. I think these guys are supposed to be called gels. So yeah, this is how we use those ember seeds. And now we gotta make our way through here. In this chest we got the boss key. So we will actually need that to finish this dungeon, so thankfully we got that before we left. And now, we don't have to actually go back through the warp portal, we can just go down here and traverse this path the normal way. Wait, what? Where are we stuck? Oh, there's another guy. That guy somehow avoided where I was on the screen, which is interesting. So now we're going to go back in this direction. Because once again, we have the ember seed, so we can light these torches. Now we have this room. Be very careful, because these are wall masters. Like in other Zelda games, if they grab you, you will be tossed to the very beginning of the dungeon, and you have to kind of make your way back. We do find a ring in here, though. Now, I believe whenever you find a ring in a dungeon, that ring is fixed of what it will always be whenever you appraise it. So, like, that's never going to be a different ring. It's always going to be whatever that ring is once we get it appraised. But there are going to be other rings we'll get that'll be random, and... oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, don't get grabbed. Do not get grabbed by those guys. So let's go ahead and make our way to the boss. And it's good old Aquamentus from Zelda 1. Really, really easy boss. All you gotta do is just hit his head a couple of times. And he's dead. Very, very simple boss. So yeah, Aquamentus, the very first boss of Zelda 1, is also the very first boss in Oracle of Seasons. I almost called it Ocarina of Seasons. You got the fertile soil, an essence of nature. Seeds scattered across bountiful lands are nourished in this fertile soil. Well, ain't that just lovely? Oh, it's me, the Maku tree. Some of the fertile soil has come to me, too. I already feel stronger. Oh, in my dreams I saw the Temple of Seasons in a strange land I do not know. There I saw a precious item that will aid you, Slim. That is all I can see now. Okay, so we'll find out more about that later. So, getting ready to get introduced to another mechanic of this game. After you destroy a certain number of enemies, you'll enter a screen where there's a shadow that will appear. This is Maple. If Maple runs into you, you'll drop all your items and Maple will drop all of her items. Ow! Ow! Watch where you're going! You just hit Maple, the Great Witch's Syrup's apprentice. Thanks to you, all the stuff fell out of my bag. The Great Witch will be mad. I can't find any Lon eggs, and now this? I'll just have to take the stuff you dropped, too. Finders keepers. So I think I actually got that ring. But yeah, that's basically Maple. Ah, you! I'll remember this. So, much like a lot of the other things in this game, the stuff Maple will drop is completely random. Sometimes she can drop rings, sometimes she can just drop rupees, sometimes she'll drop gaseous seeds. There's one Maple that can actually drop a heart piece, but that's going to be much later on in the game. But yeah, we'll be on the lookout for Maple and being on the lookout for some of the items she'll drop, because she can drop some good stuff. Let's also... Ooh, what do we have here? Looks like we have a Take-Any cave, or a door repair cave. Basically, you'll find these little rooms throughout Hyrule, and based on what happens, you can actually get rupees or lose rupees. So one thing you could do, before you actually talk to this guy, is you could save your game, and if it's a door repair, you could just reset and reload your game so you don't have to lose rupees. Shh, don't tell. Okay, so that's actually a Take-Any, so thank you. We get, or not Take-Any. I'm using terminology that like a lot of speedrunners of not just Zelda 1, but randomizer Zelda 1 players use. But it's not always necessarily the right terminology, so you have to keep that in mind. Over here, there's not really a whole lot we can do. Mainly just kind of like finding more stuff we can interact with. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. My dad, Talon, went to climb Mount Kuko, so I have to care for our hens. But there's so much I don't know. So yeah, she's scared about raising chickens, but maybe we'll have something for her later that can actually help her. We'll have to check in with that later. But yeah, if you kill a certain number of enemies, you can actually get Maple to respawn. And there's certain screens where she'll actually appear, and they're all thick screens. Screens like this, where there's like a lot of room to kind of run around. So just be on the lookout for those Maple locations, and come back and check, like, especially the ones that are like really out of the way, because the ones that are really out of the way can actually give greater rewards, so keep that in mind. And over here, as you can see, our Gasha tree actually grew, so we're going to go ahead and grab this. And inside, we find another ring, so I'm going to check my... I'll have to actually check when we get to Vasu, because I will be going to Vasu really quick once we're done with kind of looking around here. But we should have 3 rings we can actually appraise right now. Look, no matter how much I call her, my precious mittens won't come down. If only I had her favorite treat, fish. So I'm guessing that's more information for the trade quest we might be doing later. Nothing wrong with that. Also looks like Impa has gone inside too, so let's talk to her really quick. Where can the Temple of Seasons be hidden? Does no one have a clue? We'll have a clue at some point, Impa. Don't worry about that. So yeah, we're going to return to Horon Village. Like I said, we're going to take care of a few things before we move on. First thing I'm going to do is we're actually going to pay a visit to JP and see how he's progressing. Oh, okay, no, he hasn't grown up yet. It's funny, he grows up faster than his parents do, so... Very interesting gimmick. So we're going to go ahead and buy this shield right here. Just to have it, really. And if you go back in, you'll actually see a new item. Or, well, I thought you would see a new item. Maybe it becomes available a little bit later. But at some point, there will be an item that will appear over here. And, It's an item that you can actually get in 3 different places, and depending on where you get it, it can affect part of the game. But again, I'll kind of talk about that a bit later when we actually get to that point, when it's, you know, more relevant, because it's not really relevant right now. So let's go ahead and go to Vasu over here, and see what rings we have. Let's appraise some rings. Yep, we have 3 rings. So here we have 20 rupees, the Discovery Ring, sense soft earth nearby. That's what ring it is. I'll add it to your list. So basically, you can find hidden fertile soil patches, which is kind of cool. Here we have the Gasha Ring. Grow great Gasha trees. That's what this ring is. I'll add it to your list. So I'm guessing that's the one we got from Maple. And then you have this one over here. This is the... oh, the Moblin Ring. Become a Moblin. That's what this ring is. I'll add it to your list. I've appraised all your rings. Okay, so... just for fun, we'll go ahead and do this. Let's actually get a different ring. Just to show it off because it's funny. I think this is the Moblin Ring. And if we equip it... we're a Moblin! But we can't actually use our weapons, so it's kind of a useless ring. But it is pretty, it's again pretty funny. You might actually be able to use it to, like, fool enemies. Maybe enemies won't attack you if you're wearing this, but that's basically what it is. But yeah, it's kind of annoying though, you have to keep talking to Vasu. And we can't talk to anybody either. Probably because he's scared it's a Moblin. That's probably why. But yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't actually, like, take care of this, like, in the shop. It's a little annoying. So... either the Gasha Ring or the Discovery Ring would be good right now. This is the Discovery. And... what does the Gasha do again? Actually, the Gasha, I think, improves the Gasha Tree rewards. So this could actually be a good one, too. But I don't know if it's affected, like, before you hit the item or before you plant the seed. That's actually a good question. They're actually, I guess, not too hard to find, so I'll go ahead and just equip the Gasha Ring, then. I don't think we have any oh, yeah, we do. We have 1 Gasha seed. Maybe to demonstrate, I'll plant 1 in the next one that we find. Okay, yeah, well, we want to go here, because here we have Mr. Wright from SimCity. Splendid, I can finally focus. Here, take this Kukodex. We got a Kukodex. It's the result of many years of Kuko research. So, wasn't there a little girl who was having trouble with chickens? Yeah, that's basically where you need to take the, that's where you need to take the Kukodex. I believe this place right here, this is actually a, rupee, door repair. So, let me save before we do this. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay, well, either way. More rupees we can use to spend on stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Also, this tree right here, this tree sprouts ember seeds from time to time. If it does, hit it so you can get some more ember seeds. It's a good way to kind of restock your inventory a little bit. Wait, young traveler. I'm a wandering prophet Sakura. Ah, I feel it. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. The 4 spirits are calling you. Make no mistake. The Temple of Seasons is still hidden in this world. If you can find the temple, then pay a visit to the spirits who live there. Surely they can help. Farewell. That guy just reminded me, though. There is actually something else we can do. Now that we have the ember seeds, we can actually burn this tree and grab this heart piece. The first heart piece in the game. So hooray for that. We have no need to visit the Maku tree, though, so let's go ahead and just move on. We'll take the Kukodex to Malon a bit later. So yeah, now we're in a new area. Don't think there's a lot we can do right now. In here... there is a heart piece, but we can't do anything in here. We have to approach this room from a different way, I think. here we have this guy. Go around, go around. If I could just oil it, it would go around more quickly. Okay, so that sounds like another trade quest item we might need. So yeah, definitely pay attention to NPCs in this game, because it'll give you a hint about that trade quest, and then you can figure things out and actually get some really cool rewards from doing that, so definitely keep that stuff in mind. Ooh, get some more rupees too. It's horrible, a temple, like, fell into Sabrosa? What's a temple? Sabrosa is a secret place. I must return in secret, without being seen. A temple? That sounds like something we need to actually investigate, so we're gonna go in that direction. But we have to avoid being seen by this girl. This is Rosa. She's got a nice key, that's for sure. Maybe she is the key to destroying the Heartless. Kingdom Hearts is light, damn it. But yeah, basically just hide behind these trees. I think the game is actually pretty lenient. Like, there's some spots where you could just, like, stay the entire time and not be seen at all, but I just like being careful. Plus, it actually makes it feel like you're actually playing the game and actually trying to avoid her eyesight, which is kind of cool. Also, be careful on this screen right here, because she can fake you out pretty badly. That's like a very evil trick, but she didn't fool us. She didn't fool us at all. So if we cut this grass... Whoa! A secret portal. Let's see where we go. Welcome to the world of Sabrosa. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this video right here. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time when we explore Sabrosa and see what we can find. Later, folks.